In 1954, Leo Fender unveiled his next guitar design, the follow-up to the popular Fender Telecaster. Leo's new design would feature updates like a contoured body, vibrato, and 3-pickup design as opposed to the Telecaster's 2-pickup design. This guitar would go on to shape the sound of music moving forward, and it would become one of the most beloved and recognizable guitars in existence. The Fender Stratocaster. For a way to properly celebrate the 70th anniversary of the Stratocaster. I just got my hands on my first ever vintage style Strat. Super excited about it. Thank you so much to Fender, by the way. But this beautiful American Vintage II 1961 Stratocaster seemed like the perfect reason and occasion to make a little video love letter to my all-time favorite guitar. Today, I want to tell you a little bit about my journey with the Stratocaster and hopefully give you some info that will help you find the perfect Strat for you. Like so many, I got into guitar because I wanted to sound like my musical heroes. And I know,
the tones and the fingers, man.
But to me, the first step in sounding like Jimmy or John or Clapton was to play a Strat. Flipping through this book, it is so amazing to see how much history this one guitar has. So many amazing players, so much music has revolved around the sound of this guitar. It's also evolved so much over the years, and I, for one, really like the Strats that Fender has been giving us lately. I think what I like most about the current Stratocaster roster is Fender seem to be trying to make a Stratocaster for just about every player. You have the super affordable Made in Mexico Player Series Strats. You have the more modern American-made Ultra and Ultra Luxe Strats, and pretty much everything in between. Over the years, I have played and owned a number of different Stratocasters. My journey started on the Made in Mexico Fat Strat, I believe. It was the Strat that I could afford at the time, and over time, I've been able to upgrade that guitar with new pickups, with an American-made maple neck. And today, that guitar that I think I paid between like $600 and $700 for competes with any of the guitars in my collection. The Made in Mexico Strats from the Player Series or Ventera Series are a great way to get your hands on an affordable guitar, and you always have the option to upgrade things like your pickups over time. Now, I don't own a Player Series Strat, but I like the ones that I've played. What I do own is this Player Series Mustang bass that I love. I haven't upgraded or modded a thing, and I play this bass on just about every record and project that comes out of this studio. So really love the Fender Player Series. Big boy Strat was this American Deluxe. They don't make these anymore, but this guitar has a lot of similarities to the American Ultra. It has noiseless pickups, the S1 switch, locking tuners, a more modern tremolo and tremolo arm, just a little bit more of a modern design and sound while still doing the Strat thing. This is the guitar that has really been with me since the beginning. I have so many amazing memories with this guitar, and for that reason, I decided that I wanted to get a Strat that was going to be more of my working guitar. The guitar to take to sessions and rehearsals and play at shows. God forbid something happens to the guitar, it won't be happening to a guitar that's super important to me. So enter my American Professional II. guitar became my number one right away. There's a reason why this is the guitar that you see in a lot of my videos. It's the guitar that I play on stage. It is the guitar that is always with me in the studio. I just feel like this is the guitar that I can trust in any situation. The neck is amazing. I guess this is a custom shop influenced design that Fender calls their deep C neck profile. It's got a little more roundness to it, but it's not too chunky. I don't know, it just feels really, really nice to play. The pickups also sound great. They sit really nicely in a mix and cut through when they need to. These are V-Mod 2 pickups, and Tim Shaw designed these to have a little more clarity and articulation, but still give you that classic Strat sparkle. Probably my favorite Strat that I've ever owned, and definitely a guitar that I can always count on. I, like so many, dream of one day owning an early 60s Strat. But in the meantime, this American Vintage II 1961 Strat does a great job of delivering that vintage Strat experience. Definitely encourage you to go check out any of the videos that shoot out this guitar with an actual early 60s Strat. I think you will be amazed at how close this guitar gets to that vintage 60s sound. Everything about this guitar, from the C-shaped neck to the pure vintage 61 single coil pickups, to the alder body, the vintage style hardware, all of it pays homage to the golden era of the Stratocaster. Even the nitrocellulose lacquer finish, I know it's not a perfect replica, but it still delivers on that vintage 60s look and feel. So whether you're looking for a modern workhorse Strat, or something more vintage feeling, or just looking for an affordable way to get into guitar, I think there's probably a Strat out there for you. And to me, Fender is doing a great job of continuing the legacy of this great instrument. I've been so fortunate over the years to play a lot of different guitars, but the Stratocaster just feels like the home that I always come back to. For years, this was the guitar that I used to sound like my favorite guitar players, and now it's the guitar that I use to sound like me. So thank you to Fender for all that you do for the world of guitar, and happy 70th anniversary to the Stratocaster.